What makes your stories different from other horror authors?
Everyone's got something that they do really well. I like to think that I'm going to put you in a situation that gives a feeling to it. You're going to be reading. Eventually, hopefully, you'll see something of mine on TV. Uh, that's what I want as far as your experience to have something that lingers. So I do dream sequences very well, to where more of a nightmare actually with the way I twist it, but uh, waking up inside of something, and then still being inside of something. The way I write it, you'll have to go back, and if you don't catch it, if it doesn't hit right with you, you'll have to circle back around and experience it again, because the way I write and how I throw that in, it's not an obvious dream. It's a contiguous scene. It's progress, and it may be several, several paragraphs down the road before that kicks in, and then you'll stop and you'll have to go back and you'll have to guess, see if you can find out when it actually happened and then why. So, but psychological horror, I like to get that feeling of unease. It's not all about gore. Horror movies aren't all about gore. I have some of that. I have some really horrific parts as well. Uh, some of that stuff I've written on from experience. Of course, some of that stuff I can't. Hopefully, nobody can. But some of the stuff I write about is a little triggering, and I don't necessarily want to involve that, but it is a part.
How are your books like? Are they connected or are they separate?
Okay, all right. I've written five books published. I have several more that are waiting to be received by different companies, traditional publishers. What I'm looking for now. Um, so I write on different topics. Now, funny you should say that. I do have a character that actually, several characters actually, that work their way through different books. So uh, there's a girl, then there's a guy, um, and they're just, they don't necessarily meet in the same story twice until something else comes out for that. But for right now, yes, there's a character in one of my books that carries over. My readers really liked her. I really liked what she did and what she meant, and so I found a way to continue that. Not everybody in my books dies. So yes, there are a lot of women characters. I wouldn't say all focused on that, but there is a my first book that I ever wrote, Breath Reality. Actually wrote that on paper for the most part, but uh, it was huge, very, very huge, with detail, with pop culture, with self-esteem. A lot of women. The only guys in there did not fare well. Only a couple, and they didn't fare well. So, so yes, there are some characters that have gone through from one book to another, and there is my vampire, Dr. Stevens. He actually starts in the third book, so he's not in the first two that I wrote, but he's in the fourth, which is not a vampire book. He's in the fifth, which is not a vampire book, and then of course I have written books two and three of that vampire first responder series. They're ready to go. Book four is finishing, hopefully in a couple months. Book four will be ready as well. There's no rush on that, of course, but so yeah, I like to tie that in. I don't want to kind of spoil too much of that, but it's subtle enough that if you read and you work your way through the books, not all of these books are going to be for everybody. And, I don't have a checklist. I don't have a certain series of things that I want to cover. Uh, if I get a good idea, I'll throw it into notes and then I'll revisit that. So it's pretty good, diverse, but it's diverse group of titles, but it is psychological for everything. I mean, that's what I enjoy. That's what I'm trying to get you to enjoy.